Hey everybody, this is Al with El Rey Collection. Hope everything's going well out there in the world. Crazy World Cup stuff, highs and lows. Certainly a low today based on Mexico's failure to qualify. It was a high with the U.S., but that's also quite stressful. And I've been sitting on a couple of these PSA boxes, which are incredibly difficult to open over the last couple days. So figured that I'd share them with you and ask any questions. Talk about the hobby. Lots of crazy stuff going on. We have, you know, a huge pre-war sale. I'd say the number one pre-World War One sale with the Bloomer St. Pete's that sold basically for in U.S. dollars, basically 38,000 this morning. So that's a big sale. Unfortunately, I couldn't pick that one up. And then I got some PSA stuff, some mail. We can just chat. So is it exciting to open? Yeah, this stuff's always exciting to open. Boxes from any grading company. So super excited about that. Yeah. So asking me to open it. Well, I just want to show that I'm actually opening them. Some people like, oh, you opened those before. No, I'm actually just opening them now, and I don't really know. I have typically a bunch of different things on at PSA, so I don't fully keep track of what's coming in or what's coming back. So anyway, let's have a look. Hello, Retro Fuchs. Wow, it's late in Germany. I think you're over in Germany. So yeah, let's see what we got going. We got some people out here. Let's have a look. If you guys want to talk anything about the hobby, happy to do this. This first order here. Oh wow, this is just a one card order. And if you watched my previous videos, then you would know that that this card, the Alfredo Di Stefano, they have it as Capitan Nelson 1946-47. It is actually I think it's 47-48 in the latest book by Rafael Breton. This one, if you guys don't have this and you're into Argentine issues, you should probably get it. It's expensive, but especially if you don't have one of these any of these card. Hey Seb, if you don't have the old one, then I would get this new one. If you have the old one, there's a few updates and dates, but not a tremendous amount, so I'm not sure I'd spend the $250 to do it. So my this is the card right here, and this is, you saw this on one of my last videos. Now it's in a PSA holder, which is pretty awesome, and it gets a 3. Oh, cool. Well, that's pretty cool. So which card did you get? Super duper. Because there were a lot of great ones. There was a Taddy Meredith. There was a Taddy Kennard. There was some other stuff. So this is the first order. So that was quick. That was done. Most of the other orders are considerably bigger and have probably cards that we haven't seen before sent in. So let me know here, Super Duper. We can give you a shout out if you won something on the UK auctions. In the meantime, unfortunately, I would have to. I'm gonna have to open these boxes, which are tough. I thought I could get through multiple of these in the intro and just didn't get to it. So because they're just so hard, and now I just lost my scissors. What did I do with those? Get buried here. Here they are. Yeah. So all right. Oh, this is you, Bill. Yeah, funny. Yeah, this is your fantasy super duper. All right. So what did you get then, Bill? If you want to bring everybody up to speed. What did you get, man? So we're waiting for Bill to type as I open. The turnaround times on the PSA stuff I've noticed has been pretty good on the Express, Super Express. The bulk and stuff still takes a long time. So, you know, I still have stuff in there from the summer national. I'm sure most people do, just like I do when they started that $18. I think they probably got a lot of cards on those orders. Let's see here. Gosh, man, these are just pain in the ass boxes. I mean, I guess it's better because you know that they're, if they ever got tampered with, it's got to be eminently obvious that these things have been tampered with. But yeah, shoot. Sorry, I didn't plan on getting stuck here. What else we got? Oh, oh, you got, I thought that was Scott that got the hill. Okay. I thought that's wrong. That's a great, how much was that? So the thoughts on, yeah, so that was a great one. So this is Bill. Yeah, that's a great one, right? That's where he's in the suit. Very nice, pretty uncommon card. So that's a great one. What did it cost? Like 400, 500 pounds, probably in that range. All right, guys. So I decimated this box. Thoughts on this? This is from Brad as I'm pulling this stuff out. The 58 Pele Editora sold on PWC for $5K. I'm not full aware of that one. I guess we'll do it. Bill and I are going to do a state of the market next week, and there'll be a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm sure that'll be one, but right now it's not, that particular card isn't resonating with me. Oh man, this is such a bummer that they did this. Okay, well, first off, this is an amazing sticker. So this is 210 pounds. Thanks, Bill, for the, that's a great price on that. So it'll be landed here for what, 325. That's a good price on that. Okay, so this card right here is the I mean, this totally fits in a standard holder. I mean, this is just stupid. So they put this amazing Gigantes de Futebol Portuguesa, this awesome Eusebio blank back, like most of the Carmel cards. They put this in one of these oversized slabs, which makes no sense at all. And they put this one in the same. I mean, that's super frustrating to see this. So this is an Eusebio. I guess some people are calling this 62, 63 now, still pre-Panini Eusebio. This one, I mean, look at that. That's so cool. That's 64, 65. But in these oversized holders, which makes zero sense to me. Super frustrating. I'll have to see what I do about that. I've been lucky. I'd avoided a lot of that. And I know some others, especially some German collectors. Imagine getting that all the way over in Germany. So this was a Super Express order. This also has this nice little Leonidas da Silva, which is pretty cool that PSA started grading this in 1945. You can see the back here. It's got some, back damage, but you can still read most of it. So yeah, that first Eusebio, this big one here, I love just the image on it is amazing. It's not his first card, but certainly one of the more beautiful ones from the 60s. But just bummer on the thing. So yeah, so we also got on that, we have this. This is the R9 rookie that was in the 1994 World Cup album out of Brazil called Avel Limitada. And this one's really, really miscut. You can see part of the other card over here, but it's in amazing condition. So this got a 7 MC. Again, it's a blank back. You can see a young Ronaldo there. A 7 obviously is an amazing grade for any sticker, but this one particularly, you know, has this MC, which is deserved. I would rather just a flat number grade, like, you know, give it a 4, you know, dang it, 3 grades, but whatever. So that's that. I hadn't had one of those graded yet. And here's the Leonidas. And then here's one you don't see that often, but I think it's pretty important to the hobby, especially here we're in a World Cup. You know, Rivellino is you know, pretty underrated Brazilian star. You can pick up his stuff, you know, pretty cheap, his World Cup stickers and stuff. But this is his 67, what I consider to be his rookie, and this is the Ole Ola. This does have something on the back, and these come in different colors. Like this is the red, the maroon. You can see here the Serie maroon. They also come in, you know, the yellow, green. I don't think I've seen different colors of this one, but I haven't seen that many copies. These are hard. I think I have a Pele in another order that has the green. I think there's also a yellow. So in total, this one was only whatever, how many that was, 5 cards. And for some super frustrating reason, these ended up in the big slabs. Oh, pain and suffering. Okay, next. I mean, first world problems, right? When I say pain and suffering, it's just not ideal because they fit in a standard slab. So on to the third one. Just making sure this is cutting on the right axis. Let's see here. And I imagine that most of us are just not being as productive as we could be at work these days. I'm kind of looking forward to the knockout stages where, you know, I don't have to, you know, watch 8 hours of soccer a day or try to between everything else I need to do. But this has certainly been fun and lots of crazy upsets of things that we didn't, you know, necessarily expect. So it's you always have some of that. I just wish in the end that Mexico would have moved on. You're rooting for Poland against France, but they don't look like the part to upset France today. So this is, oh, maybe the paperwork was in that, but that I just threw, but I threw it kind of far. So let's just open these couple of boxes and see what we got. Let me check to see if there's any questions in here. Nope. There we go. So let's see what's in here. This one feels more full. So let's get into this one. It's December, so I can kind of categorize this as Christmas, you know, getting stuff back from PSA is always fun. So and still have probably a few hundred cards over there still, if I had to guess. Most of those will be of the bulk variety, the $18 ones. This one must be of the bulk variety too, just based on the first card, which is a 2004. These were the ones that are issued in Portugal. The Panini Paixão, a 6. It's a bit of a bummer, but you notice he's wearing 11 in this shirt. That's kind of fun. He's wearing same series. Here's a CR7. He's wearing a 16 in this, also from the 2004 Paixão series. Got this. So this must be on the $18 one from the summer. Mike Trout, and I know you guys probably don't care about him, but it's the refractor from Father's Day. Oh, here we go. This is kind of fun. This is a UCL Weston McKinney. It's got these. It's cool. Sparkle foil is what they call this one. I don't know if it's numbered, but it's kind of cool. He's been playing pretty well for the U.S. despite his injury. Sorry to see this guy go. You know, he's obviously a legend. This is an orange foil. He's now playing in the U.S. Hopefully, we'll get some interest in his cards. So Bale, this one's $225. I just pulled these. I bought a couple boxes and just ripped them one day when I was kind of bored. And then here is another baseball. So we can just put those over on the side. Oh, here's the all-time goal scorer prior to CR7. So we got in a 9. That's tough. These are from Germany, the foosball, 99, 97, 97. This one is. So here back on the Ole here. Hey, hello, Jose Roberto Nes. Has each team has one color, but don't you think there's some teams that have different colors? Like I kind of vaguely remember a Pele that is yellow and then one that's green. I know I have a green one. I kind of felt like there were some players that had multiple colors, but maybe not. If you could let us know, that would be great. Directly from Brazil. I could be wrong on that, but I that's what I had thought. We can also this is Cartimundo. These are little cards that are kind of like a Tops Now type product that were issued in Belgium. And this is KDB, could be considered KDB's rookie card. There's a few different versions of these. So we have that. Oh, and then look at this. So we got a this. I'll try to sell this weekend, hopefully. This is Father's Day, and another one of these Father's Day cards. They gave free packs. Panini did when you bought certain things, and so you got that. Another baseball card wasn't really. This is a bit of a disappointment. I actually thought this one was. So this is the 95-96 R9. Actually thought this was going to be like an 8. So I'm not exactly sure what they saw on this. Oh, I guess the centering a little bit, but no surface issues from what I can see. And if so, it'd be lower than a 6. So, again, not sure. This is one of my favorites. You guys know. So this must be the modern one I'm noticing, or they had a year cut off, like 1990 or something. This is the Modric, and I collect the text variation here. And that's kind of fun. So, who's going to win tomorrow, Belgium or Croatia? This is another kind of bit of a disappointment. I thought this one was a little bit better, but maybe there's a ding on a corner or something I didn't see. Wow. This is just, I did not expect a 6 on this. Cool looking card though. And then here's another, like I was telling you, these KDBs. There's another KDB. Oh, you can't really see it here. The name of this series is like Carta Mundi. Again, these are like more like Tops Now from Belgium. And there's a number of really, what I think would be important. KDB, Lukaku. I think there's a Courtois or 2 as well. Here's another Zidane, 98. This one got a 7. Okay, here's another KDB. So a number of these were in it. And this is a 9. And then here's another. I think there's 5 or 6 different ones where KDBs in them. And this is a 9. So those are nice. I generally didn't think that here's a 9 on Lukaku. It's a pretty cool one. So that's kind of fun. And then the last one. So I must have graded all of the different KDB ones. This one came in an 8. So again, not super exciting stuff, but certainly, interesting enough. A lot of those will be the first graded. I'm not saying they're rare or they're super special, but they just, just a lot of those haven't been graded. So the rest of this order, which would have, I think, had to have been the special from 1990 and up, just based on what I've seen so far, or 1995 and up, because the earliest one was that R9 card, which I would have assumed that most of the stuff in these orders was going to be vintage, which is normally what I submit. But I must have just had some stuff laying around and figured, why not? So, and it's funny though, if you look at some of these cards, I think you can probably get graded copies of some of these cheaper right now on PWC than you could, generally get, just pay the $18 grading fee, honestly, based on what's happened in the market over the last, 4 or 5 months, especially on this newer stuff. Although, to be honest, I don't follow the prices of all of this stuff that closely. Okay, had some returned. Put those in a second. So the remainder of these is these I've always liked. These are the FIFA. They're made by Panini, right? But here's the Zlatan PSA 6. These are hard. The black borders make them hard, so that's I'm pretty happy with the 6 on that one. This one, actually, I thought I had a couple of these and thought I handpicked the best one, but it only got a 5. 2001 Navarrete, not a rookie, but one of the first ones. And I did an R9 looking for, an 8 or 9 on this and came up pretty far away from that with a 6. Another Zidane, expected to get, a decent grade. Got an 8. I think that qualifies. This one I expected to do better, but it got a 6. The centering was slightly off, but I thought I'd get a 7. And then this one, I thought I'd get an 8, 9, and it got a 9. So, and those are from the European Football Stars set. So again, not super exciting on the more modern stuff, but and then let's see what they did in grade. We can see. Dun, dun, dun. Moment of truth, because modern cards, they should be grading, pretty much everything. Oh, okay. Really interesting. They said no spec on the Sergio Aguero rookie, which is clearly not the case because they've graded this before. So I'll have to resubmit it. Maybe somebody just couldn't find it. That's a bummer. Because this is not that he's playing or this will go up, but I always liked the sticker. I thought it was really good. This is from Panini Clausura in 2005. Well, maybe we can get some of them, with the new sticker holders. That'll be fun. Okay, so now the biggest one that I have here is this one. And let's see what we got. Actually, while I'm doing that, I'll pause to see if anybody has those. The EA cards. Yeah, so that I'd say, that there's, I can't remember. I think there's 18 or 20 of those EA cards. I really like them too. I don't think the set is as packed as you'd expect with like superstars. Like I don't think there's a Ronaldinho or anything like that. But I think that those are really kind of cool, fun little stickers that that you don't see that often. Especially for something like EA. I kind of assume that you'd see those a lot more than you do. So, in a way that has the same kind of feel as like the Benzema McDonald's, where, you just gotta, you kind of assume just because of EA and the proliferation of the game that there'd be a lot more out there. But yeah, for whatever reason, there doesn't appear to be that many of any players, at least from my experience. So awesome. Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you, Jose Roberto Diaz. Always happy to learn the nuances of these albums. So if you could send me that would be absolutely fantastic. So because I actually thought that there was different colors, so I'd have to go back and look for variations. But if the Rivellino is only red, then that's fantastic. I'm gonna kind of take these out of my way a bit, and let's get into these. Okay, there's 12. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if it was 18. So, gosh, look at all the knowledge sharing. That's what I love about this community is just people, you know, happy to share and let other people know, you know, what they know or not. Okay, so all right, so there's some decent you know, players, but still, given that it's 2002, you know, wouldn't you have loved to see like Zidane and Ronaldinho and R9, and you know, I don't know what the licensing thing was there that maybe prevented some of the bigger stars. Oops, a couple of these fell. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of fun. Okay. So let's toss this over there. So this is, you know, one thing that super annoys me is just inconsistency. You know, if you got a little bit of OCD in you, you know, you'll get it. So this was, I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, let's take this down. Oh, the full album's on Peter's site. Okay, so Jose Roberto, yeah, no need to send it if that's on Peter's site. I'll just double check that. So this one was a 55 items. So let's take a look and see, you know, how these went. So the very first ones, and this is what's kind of frustrating, because those of you who would have seen my last would have seen my last video, these little Starosta thick discs came last time, were sent back in little coin holders, which actually were quite cool. The CU coin ones. And these fit like really perfectly in them, and they looked great. So here we have a Masantonio, and here we have a Norberto Mendez. And now they get put in these kind of, you know, thicker standard holders, which is actually what I thought they were going to come back with, you know, the first time around. But now we could kind of have a mix match. And since I like to store them together, it's just going to be a little weird. Here's a Ronaldo Martino. So that's a really good one. And Enrique Garcia. Actually, I wasn't even looking at the grades. Just seeing them kind of slabbed up is good. I'll look at those in a second. And then a Labruna from the Machina. Has a little bit of damage on the face and then a lot of damage on the back. But these actually, most of these were never stuck. So that's pretty cool. That's a 3. I didn't check the grade on this. Another 3 on this. So this is kind of fun. I mean, these are really fun, and in my experience, another 3. Pretty rare cards, and these are really, really thick. I think and this was a 4, so pretty good for, you know, early Argentine stuff. It's pretty rare, and those are thick, and so those are those thicker holders, kind of like for a lot of modern cards, patch cards, and things like that. They come in those. Something didn't get graded. We'll look at that in a second. And then we got, and this is an example of how time matters, right? So here you've got this Cafu. So I sent into the summer. Grading fee is basically $30 a card. A VG3 Cafu rookie just sold on PWCC this weekend for $60. So this was massively losing proposition to get this one graded. Thought it was better. You know, I guess there's like a surface. I guess that's what they're calling it, because it looks pretty dang good when you look at it straight on. So that's a 3. Oh, here's the other one that I was just talking about. This Oleola. This is a nice Pele and a 5. Never stuck. Slightly miscut, so I'm glad I didn't get that. You can see the other card. A lot of these have these on the sides or the top, but these really nice image here of Pele smiling. That's fun. Here's something I think Nils helped me out. I don't know if he's on right now. Get one of these. So this is a pretty uncommon 70s Platini. I've got pretty extensive run of Platinis, and this is stem. There's another one that looks exactly the same on the front but has a different back. So that's kind of fun. And then we got some Roberto Carlos in a 6. That's decent grade for this sticker. A lot of the times I'd say, you know, 3 and 4s would probably be the most common. Another Rivaldo. I love this sticker. And this was a 3. So probably not worth the grading fee on that anymore. It used to be. And here's another 6 on the Roberto Carlos. And then a 4 on Rivaldo, right? Yeah, that's right. So that's a 4. The one not graded in this order would be oh, okay. I won't show this one yet. Which is because the other cards that are around it, that's very odd that one's because it's miscut. I would have preferred just a miscut, like, and maybe it's unfair to ask Matt here. Okay, all right. So this is good. So this is why I was confused as we talk about the Ole Ola. The reason the Pele has 2 colors is because one is for the Brazil best players and one is for Santos. Totally makes sense now. It's kind of like, there's a bunch of Argentine and Uruguayan albums that have multiples of the same player because they have national team, best team of the tournament, and maybe their club team, so they could have 3 or more stickers. And that sounds like it's the case here. So that's helpful to know. So it's just the best players of Brazil plus, so the most you could have is 2 colors on that one, Matt. I'm understanding that. Okay. And that's for the Ole Ola cards, which here you can see this one. And I imagine that Rivellino only has the red because he was so young. He probably wasn't one of the best players on Brazil. Is that right? Okay. So look at Matt. He's so good. He's so responsive. Okay. So I did want to, open these here and see where we are. Now, can you also confirm, since we have Matt here from PSA, that the sticker holders are in full force right now? If they're the right, like, World Cup size, Matt. I'm not sure if I had seen that. I'll wait for Matt to respond. Okay, so here's something super cool for the U.S. The U.S. obviously plays on Saturday. We play. The country. We play the Netherlands. And there was this album, a really important album issued. Okay, so by the way, to finish off the World Cup sticker thing, Matt says that for certain sizes, World Cup mostly. So that's great to know. If you have World Cup stickers and you want to get them holdered, they're using this awesome holder that doesn't have Newton rings anymore. Looks great and fits perfectly World Cup stickers. So something to keep in mind if you're looking to submit stickers. You may want to think about this really cool PSA holder that they're just launching, and that's in production. So ones that predate the Panini World Cup stickers. There's a number of different issues from different years. We talk about the 1950s Tingles being one. Well, there was actually one, an album issued by A Americana, which also famously has a Pele rookie card, which you see right here. And a number of other really cool cards, and they have an album of the teams in the album. And specifically, one of the really cool teams in that album as a U.S. soccer fan was the U.S. team that defeated England 1-0. So we did better, than in 1950 than we did, just last week. So here are the cards. And this is kind of unfortunate because, this, just like the Tingles, all the U.S. players are misidentified. So this is actually Joe Jatens who scored the goal. But unfortunately, the Brazilians thought this was Souza. There's 2 brothers that were on this team. And so I don't fault PSA for just defaulting to the names, but really this is an error. And, we should say this is Joe Jatens. There's lots of easy documentation out there to show which player it is. And they make this mistake on a lot of the US team. So this one, even though it's missing a piece here, gets an authentic, which I think was great. And then one that was returned to me, this one says that it's miscut and then it wasn't slabbed. So that's a bit of a bummer because I was trying to get the whole USA team slabbed. Actually was trying to get it slabbed before the World Cup. So we did do that at least before the end of the World Cup. And unfortunately one of them wasn't slabbed. So let's keep going through them. This one's Joja 10s. It's not really, I think this is that Wallace or I forget. I'd have to go through. It's hard to remember these faces. And the easiest way to do it is to map out the picture of the 1950 World Cup team, and then they have the names on them, and you just match the faces. We've done this multiple times for Tingles and for this set. This is another one, Perini. That's not Perini. Bar. I think this one may be right. So anyway, Colombia. So I did the whole USA team. Kia. I think this one's right. So there's a couple that are right and most of them that are wrong. And so they mostly made these mistakes with the Americans. It's understandable. You know, they weren't very well known. A bunch of people thrown together. So in between this, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I should have 2 more Americans coming up here at some point. And the British team, you know, it was not full of slouches, right? Here's Tom Finney. Right, amazing player. Let's see who else I graded from he's not in here. Well, anyway, here's Finney. Other cards in the set, the famous Tel Mosada. It's amazing. Oh, I haven't even really shown the backs of these, or have I? So Balas Futebol, you know, with the little nice, you know, there are varying degrees of back damage. These are all removed. I mean, not terrible back damage. Here's a Juan Schiaffino from Uruguay. You're going to have to close your eyes. I mean, close your ears here, Jose Deñez, because, you know, obviously one of the stars of Uruguay's World Cup run in 1950, and then the goal scorer, Gigi of the Maracanazo. And so they got these names right, and these are great looking cards, at least to me. So these are really kind of special cards, much more difficult to find in my experience than the Tingles, but the Tingles of the USA team are also really tough to find. So if you find those, I would say, you know, get them, especially if they're players that you collect, because they just don't come around that often. All right. So, yeah, see you, Matt. Thank you. Have a good evening. So then we've got another set, and I think these are mostly from this, not all of them, but some of them are from the continuation of this 1950 album. I'll put some of these over here. But this is actually pretty amazing. An 8 in the Romario 87 Abril. This may be my highest graded now, so that's pretty amazing pull. So that was fun. And then we've got this Springer Inco from Argentina, again, a Masantonio, Hermanio, Masantonio. So that's kind of fun. So we'll go over here just for organization purposes. And Ademir, really nice Ademir. The Brazilian team looked really nice and blue. The back isn't great, but nice front. Really nice front. Here's the 54, 55, the Jalma Santos in a 2. Yeah. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, that Romario is pretty big in an 8. I don't know what I did with it, but right here. Yeah, that's a pretty big 8, I would say. And even these are hard to find. 54, the John Los Santos, like that one. as well. Hey, Jeremy, how's it going? So we've got, let's see, what else did we get? Okay, here's a Mauru. I don't know if this is his rookie or if it's 1 year earlier. Maybe it's 1950. Pretty clean back for a 1951 Americana. Really nice, underrated player. It's like outside of, and you can see the stamp here, the factory stamp. Maybe if I get the light right. Yeah, you can see that all in here. And a lot of these Brazilian issues have those. This particular one has it raised, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's going to be a low grade, right? Because of that, it's missing a corner. The back's not perfect, but as far as Brazilian stickers, removed Brazilian stickers go, I mean, this is really nice. I'll take that any day of the week. Just looking where to put it. Here's another 51. The Jama Santos, really nice. Again, this one has some paper loss, but I'll still take this every day. 51 Jair. And a 2. This is one of the cleanest backs you'll see. Still removed. So, the highest it can get or should get to 2, and it gets a 2. Well deserved. Gilmar rookie. I think that's I'm 98% sure that's his rookie. And again, it's removed, so a little bit of paper loss, but all things considered, Gilmar rookie, I think there's only one or a couple of those graded. And so, yeah, I mean, I think, look at these early Brazilian albums. I think time, there's a lot of times we're talking about if things are going to stay rare. I think the Brazilian albums prior to the 58 World Cup, generally, I'm in a position where today I could say, you know what? They're rare. Pre-1958 Brazilian albums are just tough. And when you get them, you don't wait around for the best possible copy. If you get anything, that looks nice, has nice eye appeal, even if you don't love the back, I'd say get it if it's a player you collect. Again, take it with a grain of salt. That's what I do, but I would generally say that this is good stuff to get pre-1958 Brazilian stuff, and even there's still lots of rare stuff from the late 50s and into the 60s. So just because of the date, but I'm saying categorically, I can't think of anything that's common that comes in pre-1958. No, nothing's ringing a bell in my brain. Hey, thanks, Bill. Yes, there's some fun stuff. This one's fun. Remember back in the day, we thought this was like the rookie, and it surpassed the ping pong. So this is a 3. What I like about this is, never been stuck. So pretty clean. Like those, they're not as valuable as they were because we know now that they're not rookies. Here's some more of these cards out of Brazil. Again, never stuck copies are pretty rare. This is Jose Salomon. Pretty cool. That over with the Argentine stuff. Here's a Jan Moreno from Crack. Unfortunately, it's got some writing here on the back. I have another one of these. It also has an 8 on the back, handwritten in a different place. So that may be the spot in the album that it was, and that's just how the kids were collating that and keeping track of it. I really like the way that these look in these PSA holders. This is the Ronaldo Martino. You may have recognized this from the Di Stefano that I had. These are not 1949, 1945. I think even in the new book, I think I put them as 46, 47. Let me see if I can find those here quickly and see what Raphael's calling them in the new book. I mean, sometimes when you get more of the checklist, the dates move around a little. If I can find it quickly. Okay, so he has 46, 47 in the new one. In the previous book, he had 45. Here's an Antonio Sastre. Great looking copy there. A lot of the times you'll see really clear, like where the head is folded or the body. You can see on the back, there is a fold here on the body, but the great thing is that it doesn't come through to the front. So that's really cool. So these aren't 45s or 46, 47. Here's a Noberto Mendez. Pretty cool as well. So I really like the way these are shaping up. And here's a Labruna, Angel Labruna. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got the famous 1995 Ronaldo, and this is the Salo back. You can see this one was removed, has some glue up here, and the Salo back. I think the sizing on this is slightly different from the Navarrete and Mundi Chromo. And then, kind of crashing out the order, we've got a Roberto Carlos here and a 4. Again, probably not worth the grading fee now at this time, and definitely not would be a Cafu 2. It's a little painful. This one I thought was probably going to be a 3, so it's not like that big of a deal. And then a couple of the big ones. You got Zizinho 1950 in his World Cup. Garb from that same album we had been talking about, Balas Futebol. And then you have a Gainza from Spain. So it seems like I'm missing 2 American players. I'll have to go check. Maybe I didn't submit them, so I'll have to go back. But that looks like it's it from the grading stuff, guy. What book is this? I guess, are you referring to this one? I imagine you are. This is called Figuritas y Football. You can, a guy on our Discord, Fernando, is selling these. You can see this and he'll ship it from Argentina to you. It's under the tab 1949 and earlier, I think. Yeah. So if you go to the Discord, you go to 1949 and earlier, you'll see that he sells this book and another book, Estampa de Campeón Extra, which focused just on Boca Juniors, if you're a Boca fan. So this one, if you don't have any other Argentine book, was a great place to start. Excellent reference. If you had this book, which is the older version, again by Rafael Briton, and this one was called Difíciles eran las de antes, then I don't really feel the need to get this one. I at least if you want to save $250. So that's what the book is. No problem, Brad. Okay, so I also have some mail here. If anybody has any questions about the submission, I'll happy to take those as well. And but here I got just a little bit of mail. I have been, since I hadn't been doing many videos, I have been just opening some stuff as it comes in too. So if it just wasn't enough to kind of get on live, I've just been doing it on my own. So here's a couple that have come in recently, and let's see what's in here. It's funny when you don't even remember some of the stuff that's coming, and you say, what's that? It is a little bit like Christmas in the right month now, December. All right, so let's see. All right. Okay, this is cool. So this is actually a a Peruvian album from '69. I think a number of you know that I was trying to track down rookies of Cubillas, Leon, and so I actually tracked down one of the, you may recall the yellow bordered ones, which I think are called Importadores. And so here's actually another album, and as you can see, we have the same players that show up here in this little album. These are all blank backed. And here's the actual album. So I'll show you a couple of the pages right here, like this. So yeah, this is some more rookies of some early Peruvian stars. Excited to have that and continue my Cubillas collection. Trying to pick up all those that I can. This next one is, let's see. This one's been sitting here for a while, so I think it's a bunch of different sets, kind of World Cup sets from the 70s, from basically maybe 78 too, but I think from 70. A lot of tape here. It's good, nice and secure, but hard when you're trying to open it on a video. All right, let's see, boys and girls, what's in the box? Okay. Take this stuff out carefully. All right, so we've got somebody had like a computer or something. This nice little soft foam. Protect your shipments. I'm making a hell of a mess over there to my right. So I'm gonna have to spend some time after we're done with this video cleaning up, or I'll get in trouble, All right, guys. So, all right. So here's the Te Unico. You guys may know this 1966 set. That's a Pele. These come in different colors. There's an Eusebio. They have irregular naming functions. A lot of the times there's like here, you'll see the name, the number. Other times, like in this Pele, you'll just see a number. So you'll just see numbers down here. There's a bunch of these cards. These are fun. These are the 1968 Cibeles cards that say Contamos Contigo on the back, right? Like this. There's a number of cards in here, a number of different examples. So let's see. Let's just take these out right now, because I'll give them all their each new home. But you got, banks. You got, I can't read upside down here, but here I'll just flip through a few that I can see. I'll see the picture and I'll know Beckenbauer, Moore, because these are the same on many of the other ones. Is that Graves probably, Eusebio, and these all have these really fun backs with the cars. So that's fun. Let me see if I miss any of the big guys. It's hard to do it like in the camera. Look at it. Eusebio, yep. Albert, Florian Albert is a nice one. Yeah, Graves, Masola, Sandrino. So yeah, so these are just fun. I love the car on the background. They also have an issue from 1966. So it's got some writing on it. Hopefully it's not one of the big names on Masola. It's a bit of a bummer, but anyway, those are those. And then you may recall there's a supermarket set that comes out of Peru. This is the supermarkets, very similar to the Aura album that comes out of Mexico from the 1970s. This will be a one. It's not only is it removed, but it has this little hole. This looks like a bug hole, actually relatively common in Latin American issues. These bugs that bite through paper in like a perfect circle. This is a rip from removal up here in the corner, but still pretty nice eye appeal. Looks like he's got, instead of a hole, it looks like he's got a beauty mark right next to his eyebrow on this Pele. And then this is also from a 1970 World Cup set. And then you'll see like Beckenbauer and just a bunch of other stars. There's Sepp Maier. Yeah, so here's a Masola. It doesn't have the back. These are all removed, so these will be like ones. but still nice. I like these issues, like collecting some of the stars, just fill out the things. Not super expensive. There's Leon we talked about. Chaye, great. Mueller, Sealer, Charlton, Bobby Moore. So a bunch of fun little guys. Azoff here. So these are nice little additions. With the cost of grading where it is, none of these make sense to grade probably now. But as time goes on, and hopefully as prices come down for grading, hopefully those guys will be gradable. So I guess that's most of the stuff that I had on the mail. I thought I may have had a little more, but I've got one hell of a mess here. As you can see, the stuff just stacking up all around me. And so I'll get to be putting some of this stuff away here for the next little bit. But if anybody had any questions or things they wanted to talk about, happy to do that as well. And do me a favor, if you've made it this far in the video, please hit a like if you guys like logging in and kind of watching this stuff and asking questions. I mean, I think in down markets, it's important to kind of continue the hobby, continue conversation. It's easy when everything's going well, but when things are going down, let's stick together and enjoy the hobby. Primarily, this should be a hobby. At least that's my opinion. Yeah, sure, it's great if we make some money and are successful on our investing, but certainly let's I mean, I love this stuff so much. Hope you guys too, and hope you will like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribing, so you can kind of jump on and see when we're on. And I have a stack of like 15 different videos that I've prepared for what cards are going in those videos. It's just I haven't been able to set up my new camera setup in this location. So I will be trying to do that over here at the holidays and get some really new videos coming out. Videos by the ones that are coming are the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So those are all like the decade videos, and then I have a couple player videos that I have. I think I had Zico and Platini lined up, and then I have a couple of interesting new videos that are about cards that I believe in. So those are ones that I would to a certain extent hoard copies because I really believe in them long term, and that's a little bit more focused on those who are interested in kind of investing. So those are some of the things that I'm, working on, as well as my year-end wrap up of my predictions that I made at the beginning of 2022 and my 2023 predictions. So I expect to have a little bit of a long list of videos kind of hitting YouTube over the next couple months. And hopefully you guys will watch those, like those. Almost up to 1,000 subscribers, which is a pretty cool number to be hitting. So if you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and smash the like button. And let's see if there's anything else we can. All right, well, thank you. Thank you for the comments. And yep, it happens, Mitch. I know that's not your issue, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Super appreciate it. Super appreciate you. Get on the Discord. Please follow me on Instagram as well. And let's just keep enjoying the World Cup and keep enjoying collecting. Thanks so much, guys, and have a pleasant evening.